Welcome back to our channel, everyone. Today is a beautiful day to dive into the absolute madness happening over in Los Angeles. Grab your coffee, or maybe something a little stronger, because we have a ton to unpack from the May 20th episode of The Bold and the Beautiful. Let's just jump right into the drama, shall we? So, if you missed the May 20th episode, you missed a whole lot of shattered dreams. Mostly hopes. Hope Logan is absolutely going through it right now. And honestly, I feel for her. I really do. But at the same time, what did she expect? Let's rewind a second. A couple of weeks ago, we saw Brooke make this massive, seductive play for the co-CEO chair. She practically threw herself at Ridge, trying to get him to boot Steffy out of the top spot so Brooke could take over and protect Hope. And for a minute there, it looked like Ridge might actually cave. Because, Ridge is Ridge. He's always been weak when it comes to Brooke whispering in his ear. But nope, the plan completely backfired. Brooke did not get the co-CEO spot. Steffy is still firmly sitting on her throne at Forrester Creations. And Hope's hopes? Completely dashed. Snuffed out. Gone. And that brings us to today. Hope is just furious. She is so incredibly frustrated with Brooke. She actually read Brooke the riot act, expressing just how unhappy she is with her mother after work. Because now Hope is stuck. She is trapped right under Steffy's thumb at Forrester Creations. And we all know Steffy is not going to make her life easy. Steffy is probably going to be 10 times worse now if she has any clue what Brooke tried to pull. Hope feels like she's suffocating. She's worked so hard on Hope for the future for years. Years, you guys. She built that line from the ground up. It was her baby. And now she feels like she can't do this anymore. The toxic environment, the constant fighting with Steffy, the feeling of being completely sidelined and disrespected. It's just too much. I mean, how much can one person take before they just snap? So what does Hope do? She runs. She literally runs straight to Logan. To Katie. And this is where things get really, really interesting. Because remember, Liam has been begging Hope to leave Forrester and go work for Katie's new fashion house for weeks. And Hope kept saying, no, I have to stay and fight for my line. But now that Brooke failed her, now that the co-CEO plan is dead in the water, Hope is suddenly very open to the idea. She goes to Katie, still fuming, still venting all her anger and disappointment about Brooke and the whole suffocating situation at Forrester. She wants to revisit the discussion about joining Logan. She wants out. She wants a fresh start where she isn't constantly looking over her shoulder, waiting for Steffy to drop the axe. But Katie is no fool. I love Katie. I really do. She's often the underdog Logan's sister, but she sees right through the BS most of the time. Katie listens to Hope ranting, but then she asks the real question. The hard question. She wonders out loud if Hope actually wants to work at Logan because it's the next big thing for her career, or is this just about getting back at Brooke? Is Hope just trying to retaliate against her mother for her past mistakes and her current failure? Think about it. Brooke has messed up a lot in Hope's life. And going to work for Katie, Brooke's sister and frequent rival, is a massive slap in the face to Brooke. Especially after Donna specifically warned Katie a few episodes ago that poaching Hope would start a massive family feud. Katie knows the stakes here. She knows this is going to be a bloodbath with Brooke. Brooke takes everything personally, and losing her daughter to her sister's company? Oh, the tears. The drama. But even with all those questions, Katie is still family. She holds Hope's hands. They have this really sweet, easy moment of connection. Katie just lets Hope share her pain. She comforts her. It was actually a really touching scene. Sometimes I forget that underneath all the corporate backstabbing, these people are actually a family who care about each other. Okay, that sounded dramatic, but you get what I mean. Katie is genuinely trying to be there for her niece, even if the business side of things is super messy. Katie knows what it's like to be overshadowed by Brooke, so she probably relates to Hope on a very deep, spiritual level right now. And of course, because he literally cannot stay away from Hope's business for 5 minutes, Liam shows up. Liam and Bill. The Spencer men are in the building. And you just know Liam is internally screaming, "I told you so." He has been pushing this Logan narrative forever. So naturally, Bill and Liam jump right in to support Hope. They are fully backing her decision to bring her vision to Katie's fashion house. They want to help her become the newest member of the Logan team. Liam is probably so relieved right now. He hates Steffy having power over Hope, and he probably isn't Brooke's biggest fan right now either. So getting Hope under the Spencer-Logan umbrella with Katie and Bill is like his ultimate dream scenario. He gets to play the hero, he gets to stick it to Forrester, and he gets to keep Hope close. It's classic Liam. He loves to control the narrative. But honestly, maybe I'm being too harsh on him. Maybe he genuinely just wants Hope to be happy. But with Liam, there's always an underlying motive of control. Always. And let's talk about Bill for a second. Dollar Bill Spencer. The man never misses an opportunity to stick it to Ridge Forrester. Never. So of course he is fully on board with Hope moving to Logan. He is probably already calculating how much market share they can steal from Forrester Creations. Bill funding his ex-wife Katie and his son's on-again, off-again love Hope? It's a recipe for absolute disaster, but it's the kind of disaster Bill thrives on. He loves being the puppet master. He loves knowing that his money is funding the exact thing that is going to drive Ridge and Steffy absolutely insane. Liam might think this is all about protecting Hope, but Bill? Bill knows this is about power. It's always about power with him. And honestly, Forrester Creations needs a real competitor right now. They've been too comfortable for too long. So bring on the Logan Fashion House, I say. Let's see some real corporate warfare. Meanwhile, let's pivot over to Forrester Creations, because the drama there is not just about the women. Oh no, the boys are fighting. Well, sort of fighting. Zende is currently trying with every ounce of his being to suppress his absolute rage towards R.J. And honestly, I get it. I totally get Zende's frustration. Zende has been at Forrester for a long time. He's put in the work. He's a talented designer, but then R.J. strolls in. R.J., the son of Ridge and Brooke, the absolute golden child in Zende's eyes. Zende feels like R.J. gets all this preferential treatment just because of his last name and who his parents are. And he's not wrong. R.J. definitely gets a pass on a lot of things. Zende is just standing there watching R.J. get handed opportunities that Zende had to bleed for. It's a classic nepotism baby storyline, and it works because it's so true to life. Zende is simmering. He's so angry. He feels like he's constantly being pushed to the back of the line. But R.J., to his credit, is trying to play nice. R.J. actually promises Zende that he respects him. He swears he isn't trying to step on Zende's toes or overstep his own qualifications. Which, okay, is a nice thing to say. But words are just words, right? R.J. has that Massimo Marone blood in him, that aggressive streak, so you never really know when he's going to strike. But for now, they have this little heart-to-heart. R.J. is trying to be the bigger person, or maybe he just doesn't want the drama. R.J. and Zende basically admit to each other that they are playing for the same team here. They are both Forresters. They both want the company to succeed, so they decide to join forces. They agree to collaborate on designs and shut down any of the rivalry that's been making Zende's blood boil. It's a truce, a fragile, probably temporary truce, but a truce nonetheless. They are going to work together. Who actually believes this is going to last? Give it 2 weeks before they are fighting over a sketch or a model. But for today, they are playing nice. But Zende still isn't completely happy, because hope for the future has been heavily sidelined. The line is practically classified at this point, tucked away in the background while Steffy focuses on other things. Zende hates that. He put a lot of work into HFTF. But instead of sitting around and crying about it, Zende is throwing himself into haute couture. He's going to focus on the high fashion stuff while he waits for the HFTF drama to blow over. He wants to leave a massive mark on Forrester Creations as a whole. He wants to prove he is indispensable. But the real question is, will Zende actually matter in the grand scheme of things? Will Steffy and Ridge actually appreciate him, or will he just get pushed aside again the second R.J. designs a mediocre dress? Honestly, I don't know. The writers love to build Zende up just to knock him down. It's a pattern. Just like it's a pattern for Hope to bounce between Forrester and somewhere else whenever she gets mad at her mom. It's the same cycles, but we keep watching because we just have to know what happens next. Will Hope actually sign the papers with Katie? What is Brooke going to do when she finds out her sister stole her daughter and her daughter's fashion line? Oh man, Brooke is going to explode. The Logan mansion is going to need a new roof because Brooke is going to blow it right off. And Steffy? Steffy is probably going to be smug at first. She'll be thrilled that Hope is gone. But then she'll realize that Forrester just lost a major PR asset. And then she's going to have to deal with R.J. and Zende's fragile little alliance. It's a house of cards, you guys. The whole company is a house of cards right now. And I am here for it. I am so here for the mess. Maybe I'm being too harsh on Brooke. Maybe she really thought she was doing the right thing by trying to seduce Ridge for the co-CEO spot. She loves Hope. She wants to protect her. But Brooke's methods are just so outdated. You can't just sleep your way into a corporate takeover anymore, Brooke. It's 2026. You need a board meeting, not a bottle of wine and a negligee. But that's Brooke. She never changes. And Hope is finally realizing that. Hope is finally seeing that her mother cannot save her. She has to save herself. Even if saving herself means running straight into the arms of Liam and Katie. Which, by the way, who actually believes this Logan fashion house thing is going to end well? Katie is smart, yes. But going up against Forrester Creations? Going up against Ridge and Steffy? That is corporate suicide. But Katie is stubborn. And Hope is desperate. It's a dangerous combination. And with Bill Spencer backing them with his unlimited bank account, okay, maybe they actually have a shot. Bill loves throwing money at things that annoy Ridge. This is basically his favorite hobby. So yeah, that's where we are at. A completely chaotic, messy, emotional episode. Hope is jumping ship. Katie is playing therapist and CEO. Liam is gloating. Zende is trying not to punch R.J. in the face. And Brooke is probably somewhere crying into a scarf. It's classic Bold and the Beautiful. I'm tired just talking about it. But you know I'll be tuning in tomorrow to see the fallout. Because the fallout is always the best part.
What do you guys think about today's drama? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for your daily dose of bold and beautiful news. See you in the next video.